welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
All right, here we go. Happy Friday. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Getting y'all ready for a weekend. Yeah. Got a bunch of emails here. Just giving us your thoughts, letting us know what is up. Ashford sent this in. She said, I went to the Marlins game last night at Lone Depot Park. It was about a 9-to-1 ratio for Mets to Marlins fans.
Wow.
It's just always, yeah, if you have a New York team in, forget about it. It's going to be all New York fans.
A lot of times a Northeast team. You got Boston down here too.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, no doubt. It's just unfortunately the way it goes.
Who is dickier of a fan, the Red Sox or the Yankees? It's very close.
I have more interactions with Yankees fans, so that's more fresh into my mind. So
Burns.
I can't say. I mean, I was in Boston 2 weekends ago, but you just saw what you saw, and it wasn't them. I know they're a massive sports town, though.
Because sometimes New York, they'll bring New York to you, no matter where you're at.
Yeah, no doubt. We kind of had that brief mention. I think that at least from the interviews I've seen from both baseball and NBA, LeBron James, and there's a player that Torrey Hunter, I think it was, and he's a black baseball player, and both of them were just like, these Boston fans are assholes and racists.
Damn.
I think I remember Torrey Hunter saying, talking about that. Torrey Hunter's an amazing baseball player.
Yeah, so it seems like from players, they despise Boston more.
Can't we, have security in the stands, and when fans are yelling racist things like the N-word at the players in the outfield, we kick those fans out of the stands?
Typically, they
Yeah.
try to. I mean, they do have security out there, but, I mean, you have so many people out there.
Yeah.
I would put extra people on that job.
It should be a zero tolerance that if you drop such a hideous word that you're immediately bounced out. That would be a nice policy. And they do have, at most sporting events, they'll post it up on the screen where you can text a number and report a seat. You can basically tell on people, and security will come out and just see what's going on and check it out.
If you reported someone being racist and they were being loud like that, they would not be staying there too long.
Good.
They need to be kicked out.
Mm-hmm. So... she also said the Cuban sandwich was a letdown. Suits has those photos for our KVJ TV audience.
Not impressive.
That was some bullshit, man.
Well, they had such an impressive promo photo for the Cubano Gigante, which was a 34-inch Cuban sandwich, and it looked absolutely amazing. Suits has it on KVJ TV. You can see it. You're just like, it's mouth-watering. And then our friend Andrew, who is a big old Mets fan, he was there at the game, and he sent me a photo. He's like, dude, it doesn't look anything like the promo photo that I saw for this thing. He's like, it's kind of horse shit. And you can see right there, he was like, eh. He's like, no meat. And, yeah, it definitely doesn't hold up. He did say he saved $2, and I guess it comes in, pieces. So he saved $2 instead of ordering 4 Cuban sandwiches. That's what you get, but it doesn't seem to match up with the picture that they use for the promo.
And in the promo picture, it's not in pieces, so it looks more impressive. As soon as you put it in pieces, I'm like, not as cool.
That's a shitty-ass looking sandwich.
They can't just wrap it up whole and give it to people. You're charging 50-something bucks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm looking, every time I see it, I go, man, that's just fucking pathetic.
She said I had to wait an inning and a half just to get it, but the tickets were cheap. Unfortunately, the Marlins are going to have another rough year of getting fans into the park. Yeah, it's really all about winning. I mean, that's really the whole thing. You can talk to FAU, the coach, Dusty May, when he got there in 2018. They had 200 people a game in a 3,100-seat arena, and they sold out it was like their last 7 games plus, at home this year. So, yeah, and I mean, it's only 3,100 people, which is, I think, more than a Marlins game gets, but... Yeah, it just goes to show you, winning brings people in, and the Marlins have just not committed to doing that for a very long time. Now, they did pick up some roster pieces this year and kept a player instead of getting rid of them, so I'm hopeful. But, I'm sure I'll be disappointed in the first 2 weeks.
Such is life, Kevin.
Such is life. Ange sent an email, and she said, what was the R-rated poem that Bird learned in school that he couldn't say on the regular show yesterday?
Oh, yes. Tell us.
I think I've told it before, and I might have oversold it. I'll tell you, I knew I couldn't say it on the air, but on the After the Show podcast, it's probably not going to be as graphic as you want it.
But I like it.
But it was about going down on a woman and it was something about if she smells like fish, eat as much as you wish. If her pussy smells like fish, eat as much as you wish. If her pussy smells like cologne, leave it alone. And that was the.
Well, if it smells like cologne, that means that some other guy was just there.
And that's why he says leave it alone.
Oh.
I guess back in the day, if your pussy smelled like fish, it was a healthy thing. Not in my circles, by the way.
We know better.
We know better. It was the 80s. So.
Yeah.
It should smell like nothing.
But it was Jason and Jonathan. That was their names. And they were just very older. Even though they were the same age, they just were older, man. They knew about porking and licking and
Well, they had low standards on the quality of their vagina, apparently.
Yeah.
They love stinky vagina.
Well, I remember going back home and asking my mom and dad what it meant. And like,
Oh,
well,
boy.
who's teaching you this?
Who said this to you?
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm watching HBO anytime I want to. So.
And there was something else today that you couldn't say on the regular show. We were talking about Virginia's friend that got some naughty photos.
So that
and she was going to date this guy until he asked for naughty photos, and then the date never happened.
That same girl, different guy though. This is
Okay.
like 2, maybe 3 months ago. She went on a date with him. They went to a place, I can say the place, nice place, Stage Kitchen.
Okay.
Very upscale, fancy, great food. But the parking lot is kind of like full. It gets full quick. It's over there right next to Twisted Trunk.
Okay.
So he had to park like in the back of the parking lot. She was able to find a spot up close. After they finish dinner, they come out to the car and he asks her to give him a ride to his car at the back of the parking lot. And she's like, I really didn't want to let him in my car because I knew that was just probably not the safest thing. But she's like, I trusted him. I didn't feel like he was going to be dangerous or anything weird. So she's like, all right. I told him he could get in and I would drive him to the back of the parking lot to his car. So as they're driving, he's like, hey, if you want to, we can like make out. And she was like, I'm good. And then he goes, all right, I'll make you this offer. We can get in the back seat and I'll eat your pussy for as long as you want. And she was like, if I said no to the makeout, what makes you think I want to get in the back seat and have you eat me out?
When she told me that story, too, she mentioned that they were having a good connection.
Yeah.
They were having a good conversation.
It was normal.
He was polite. They had been talking, then out of the blue, he's like, I can eat your pussy if you want me to. Kind of like,
just matter of fact.
like, yeah, I'll drop you off at the mall.
And if you got nothing going on right now.
Kind of one of those if you're not busy.
And then when she dropped him off, he went in for a goodbye kiss, and she said he bit her either tongue or lip or something.
He wasn't a very good kisser. He's talking about licking pussy on the first date.
I mean, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's a jungle out there,
It
y'all.
is a jungle out there. But you should never say that to a girl on a first date. Like, are you that dumb?
Well,
Unless she wants a little pussy eaten.
I think she'll send you signals.
I agree. It's not one of those ones where you just go, hey, by the way, you want your pussy eaten? It's not one of those in the heat of the moment. Yeah, I get it. There's a whole progression, but out of the blue, kind of like, hey, we're driving down the street. There's a bird, there's a tree, and you want your pussy eaten.
But he said it like he was going to do her a big favor.
Yes.
Like, I'll do this for you. I'll make this sacrifice.
This is the kind of guy I am.
I'm just here to give.
Yeah. It's just what I do.
Wow.
Just what I do. Who would have known?
Wow. But her stories are great. She finds some some weirdos, man.
Well, if you're doing it, and I'm not sure if she's doing any dating apps or anything like that.
She does.
Those dating apps, y'all, first of all, it's like anything. They get you in to sign up, and then you have to pay all kind of premium shit if you even want to be seen in the algorithm. And then it's just a bunch of fucking. I'm not saying you can't find love out there, but there's a better chance you're going to find someone who wants to eat your pussy.
Is that how it goes?
Pretty much.
Okay, them's the rules.
Yes.
Okay. Some other naughty words. Tanya sent us an email. This is apparently words to avoid according to Michigan State University's Inclusive Guide. I don't know if this is legit or not, but words they say to avoid include Mary, Christmas trees, wreaths, gifts, reindeer, bunnies, eggs as an Easter, chicks, crazy, insane, bonkers, nuts, senile, lunatic, addict, paralyzed, and tone deaf. Okay. Yeah. Every year they got a whole new list. So, Yeah, I kind of told you my rule of thumb for the most part is.
Can't say rule of thumb anymore.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to a lot of that. Look, I mean, if it is, and there's somebody that's affected, and I realize, okay, you know what, with awareness, it is a very hurtful word, then a lot of times I will capitulate and be like, okay, I don't want to say words that hurt you, but I think at the same time, there's got to be a balance on this.
Again, someone tries to get on me about I don't call anybody fat, by the way. Maybe I did 14 years ago if we're talking about a celebrity. I don't do that anymore. I really don't. I'll call myself fat. And I'm going to continue to call myself fat. I'm one of those people that think you can still say the word fat. As long as you're not being a dick face to somebody. If I came in here and was like, you look fat, Kev, you look fat, Virginia, then I'm an asshole. But if I'm talking about how I feel fat, I look fat and that, I should be allowed to say that without anyone jumping on my fat ass.
Well, what it is, it's words that describe a function that you can't get around, and it's clear language that we all understand, and it's not typically desirable. Most people are like, man, gosh, I wish I were more fat. You know, it's not often that you hear that. And so, yeah, because people don't like to be fat, all of a sudden the word hurts. But we can't get to that point where we start erasing words that, because they perfectly describe something. I'm sorry, there's going to be negative things in life that you won't feel awesome about, but that's just life.
Someone called me hefty one time. I'm like, no, call me fucking fat. Hefty's more insulting.
Yeah.
Hefty.
Well, and then what happens, and you bring in a new word that apparently is all okay, but then next thing you know, that word still describes the exact same thing, so then that word starts to hurt.
Can't say plus size. Can't say hefty.
Yeah,
can't say fat.
Then that's where I'm like, I'm not into that.
No, that's where your boy ages out of Earth and heads to
I'm like, I ain't going to play that game. You can put whatever ist you want to in front and call me that, because,
I'm a fattest.
Yeah, I ain't going to do that. We got a word of the day here to expand your vocabulary. Tanya likes this word, spizerinctum. Spizerinctum, Spizzerinctum. It is a noun about determination, ardor, or zeal, or it's your chutzpah, your guts, your nerve, or your backbone. She said, I didn't think he'd finish the marathon, but his spizerinctum carried him to the finish line. With enough spizerinctum, there's almost nothing you can't accomplish.
More fun than a spizorectum.
Yes.
Because that just means you're spitting stuff out of your bunghole.
Is that it? Just coming right out.
Spills.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. I think that's what you just said. All right, just making sure.
David had a suggestion for a share or shock, or just a general question here. It seems as though you all dislike the music that plays on your station. True or false?
I like some of it.
Yeah, it's like with anything. I'm fine. I like pop music. It's all good. But I think any station that you probably would love, you don't love every song.
Yeah, I think, too, it's always about repetition. We hear a lot of the songs over and over again. If you're in the chat room and you listen to a lot of the show, you're going to hear a lot of the repetition. And I understand as a listener for that kind of experience how that can be annoying. But we've talked about it before. You're never going to get everybody on the same page when it comes to fucking music.
That's true.
No.
Yeah.
It's very subjective.
But it's like anything. If I like a song that WRMF is playing, I'm not going to hide from that. I love the Harry Styles song when it first came out, as it was. I fucking hate the Meghan Trainor song.
Yeah.
That's
not my style.
No.
I could have my Gucci
Oh, the fucking sassy, I'm so confident, but I'm not. I'm really hurt inside, but let me fake my confidence.
Yeah, no, I would say I like 70 to 80% of the stuff we play, somewhere around there. So, but it's all good. But yeah, the repetition does after a while. You're like, yeah, I like it, but I'm okay with not hearing it for a long time. So that's where we are. Pedro had a question for Dennys. Would he change his name legally to Dennys? And he says, Jason, go fuck yourself.
Yes.
He would?
I was saying, yes, I'll go fuck myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Dennys should ever legally change it. I don't want to speak for the guy, but I'd bet my face on that
That
one.
seems like your act.
He's not goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably never would be called. He probably actually fucking hates the name.
Let's ask him. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least hate, 10 being the most hate, where do you fall on the name Dennys?
I don't think he hates it.
Give us a number, Dennys.
Dennys, do you hate your nickname?
1,
Do you hate your
least hate, 10,
No, he says he loves
most
it. He
hate.
says he loves it.
He loves it.
Yeah. He's a positive dude, though.
Okay.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard for him to hate on things.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be hating. There is some hating and more drama in the band Kiss. This band is way past being awesome. They're now just entertaining. They're kind of like dysfunctional Golden Girls.
They are. They're older than some of the Golden Girls were when the show was
absolutely,
on.
by a lot. And they kind of look like old women now. Well, there's this continual fight because you got the original members together. There are 4 of them. 2 are still in Kiss, 2 are not. And the 2 that are still in have been really dicky to the 2 that are not. And Paul Stanley's one of the original members that's still in it. And somebody had asked and said, hey, why didn't you have the other 2 original members play for your induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? And he said if they did, it would have sounded more like piss, not kiss.
Which, by the way, is not true.
Damn.
That's a dig. I know they had their issues, and there was times where the band could fall apart. Ace Frehley's a great fucking guitar player.
Piss?
And he hasn't been on drugs and alcohol for a long time. He's been sober. At least that's what according to Ace. And I think he is sober.
I think he's just ragging on their musicianship, that Ace Frehley and Peter Criss aren't really the best musicians. And
Whatever.
when they were replaced, they were in a position in the cloud of the band where they could hire probably better musicians at those positions.
Peter Criss, I may give you. Ace Frehley is a very, very great guitar player.
Okay.
He really is.
He is,
He's
okay.
he is a legend, and not just because he's Ace Frehley from Kiss. He's got the skills.
So what's funny now is Ace Frehley, the guitar player who was insulted, is now threatening to release damaging information about Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons unless Paul apologizes for the piss comment. Ace says he has 120 pages worth of dirt on those 2, and he's going to go public with it. His quote was, you know how many lawsuits girls have had against Gene Simmons? If you don't, you will soon.
Oh, damn.
So Gene probably had lawsuits and then paid to have it go away with all that Kiss money, right?
Might have. I mean, it might be, now he never ran for president, but it might be similar to these cases that, was all over the news yesterday about Donald Trump and, paying people off and how, frequently you do it. Is that a crime to pay somebody off for that? And what was behind it, and what can he prove?
Could you imagine being in your 70s, in your 60s, being still so mad at people that...
It's unreal. They
that
fight like that. You
they-
still bicker, yeah.
They'd be like us being mad, even if you, I don't know, fucked my dad and screwed me over.
Yeah.
I'd get over it by my 70. I'm like, all right, it's a weird time for everybody.
Yeah.
There's gotta...
They just, it's what's entertaining about the band now, it's not about anything they're doing on stage or in a studio. It's about the bickering and just the little insults and the digs and how they come back at each other.
We all know it's definitely not about the music anymore.
No, it hasn't been for about 30 years, but that's where they are. And then I saw this too. This is rather odd and alarming. Brian Briz Gillis, he was in the band Light Funky Ones back in the 90s. Remember Summer Girls?
Yes, the LFOs.
Dude just died. Now, you may be like, okay, he's 48. Yeah, he died young. It happens. Here's what's odd about this. He is now the 3rd member of LFO to die.
I know.
Damn,
The
LFO curse.
I remember when the lead
They're
guy
our
passed
age.
away.
Like, it would be, imagine out of the 5 people in KVJ, 3 of us were dead.
Maybe they all had Chinese food.
Yes.
Other than yourself.
Makes me sick.
Other than yourself, Kevin, what 3 would you have out of the Virginia, me, Dennys, and Suits? What 3 have to go?
Am I killing you, or just that I think would die?
You gave us bad Chinese food. We got sick and died.
Not think who would die.
It's like who I think will die in what order? Or
you have to
or
eliminate 3 of us.
I have to kill you?
You don't, but we just die.
So instead of F, Marry, Kill, it's kill, kill, kill.
It's kill, kill, kill.
Just kill,
only,
kill?
Only one of us survives.
Gosh, I'm not sure I like this game.
It's a different game.
Who
is.
survives?
Kill, kill, kill.
You get to keep one of us.
Wow.
Who gets to stay?
My goodness.
I know
I don't
your-
think I like your game.
I know your answer, baby.
It's too hurtful, baby.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, in 2010, Rich Cronin passed away after a stroke while battling leukemia. And then Devin Lima died of adrenal cancer in 2018. And now you got this guy, third one. Was there 4? I think there's only 4 in the band.
Damn.
It was just kind of an odd, because the one remaining member was posting on his Facebook page, be like, okay, I'm the only light funky one left.
Yeah,
That's how odd is that? I mean, at that age, they're all 3 of the 4 die under the age of 50.
if you're the 4th one, do you tour? Do you try to make it happen on your own?
No, I'm honestly, I'm probably not leaving my house.
Yeah, you don't want to be hit by a bus or anything because it looks like God does not like the light funky ones.
I am nervous as hell.
Some Final Destination shit going on there.
Right?
Those odds are crazy. I mean, how many people die under the age of 50? And you've got a group, and 3 of the 4 are dead under the age of 50.
That's shocking numbers.
Because of their age, it does make it shocking. But they always have those projects that are cursed. You know, you have the poltergeist one where a lot of them died in weird circumstances.
Yeah, I just wonder what the hell has gone on with the light funky ones.
Me and Panda, we were in the Boca Mall.
Yeah.
And I bought the Casingle. He drove down there. We hit up the food court. I bought that Casingle, and we played it on repeat all the way from Palm Beach, from Boca down to Palm Beach Gardens.
I know you did. Panda told me too.
The Casingle. That's some old ass shit right there.
Loved it. Meredith had a question. She said, I just remember how Magnolia put down money to do a big spring break trip last year for this past spring break. Instead, she got her nose done. Whatever happened with that?
For spring break trip?
I don't know.
So, Magnolia's dad has been paying like $50 a month or $100 a month, something, for like the past 9 months. And she is going on a spring break trip. When is that? It is coming up in the beginning of June, right before she goes to college, which is the end of June.
Okay.
Or the middle of June. I don't know. I got to look and see. But they are going to the Bahamas, and I think I'm going to go, and I think I'm going to go on my own and get in the bushes. I just got to make sure that everything stays cool over there because she's had a lot of high school drama, and I've been trying to get a honest answer from her on who in her school is going on this trip and who in other schools are going on this trip. And it's all of Palm Beach County that is invited.
It's the senior trip, right?
It's the senior trip.
Oh, right. Mhm.
There's 2 of them. So there's one where they go up to Orlando, and then there's one where they go to the Bahamas. The Orlando thing, I think, is happening this weekend. She's not going because it's dangerous. She just had her nose job. I don't want her hitting her nose on anything and ruining that. So we nixed that. I got the money back for that. But this other one to the Bahamas in the beginning of June, she is going to go on. But I think I'm going to go over with my friend on his boat, and we're going to get in the bushes just to make sure nothing goes down with anybody.
Pinnacle with this guy, boat, y'all get in the bushes now. That sounds kind of fucked up, dog.
Panda knows it's innocent. Panda has been out to dinner. It's Captain Vince.
My mom would club my dad's head off if he tried to pull some shit like that.
we're all
I know. I know you're not trying to get in his bush. I get it.
We go out to dinner with Captain Vince and with his fiance, me and Panda. So we're all cool.
Okay.
We actually went to the Buffalo game in New Orleans, all of us together. So
Okay.
we're buddies. No funny business.
I
But
know. I'm doing jokes over here. It's Friday. Oh, fuck it.
I do want to keep an eye on Magnolia because I don't trust any of these squirrely ass lying teenagers that brought me to court. Any or some offshoot of that group could be going on this trip. And if I'm there, I can make sure nothing bad happens to my baby.
Okay. There you go. That's the plan. Got an email here. I want to welcome Michelle Cruz to KVJ Nation. She said, I'm so in love with this show. I hate that I didn't know about it until last year. I'm so hooked. Love y'all and can't say what I love more. All your personalities are great. The vibe, the bickering. It's kind of like my siblings and I on the reg. I so wish you guys would be closer to me. Please do a radio outing in Broward. Yeah, I would imagine that we will hopefully get there soon. We are going to get back out, and we're starting late April. And on Monday here on the KVJ show, we'll give you all the details about the next KVJ Live After the Show that we're going to be doing. The exact date and the exact times and maybe some of the things are going to be going down. And then hopefully soon after that, I'd like to have us out, at least maybe every 6 weeks. We'll do another show. And then, and so, I endorse the Bright Line, and so trying to work with them to hopefully get maybe a code that you could use as a KVJ Nationer to save some money on the Bright Line, and we maybe would do a show in Fort Lauderdale, maybe in Miami, places like that. And
the other thing, too,
wherever you are, you can hop on the Bright Line and come see it.
Broward's big as fuck, where we could hit that thing a couple times where
Thank you.
It's very big.
It is big, and it goes way west.
It does, and there's a lot of cool shit out west.
No, there is, and I'm going to be very familiar with that. My daughter is moving to Broward soon, so I'll be down there a good bit.
She's moving to Lauderdale?
She's leaving Boca?
Yeah, she is.
Well, Lauderdale is where it's all. That's where the action's at these days.
No, it really is.
I know it is.
A lot going on in Lauderdale.
Wait, isn't her podcast called Basic Boca Bitch?
Yeah, I don't know what she's going to call it now.
Basic Fort Lauderdale. Yeah,
it doesn't have the same ring.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Fort Lickerdale.
Yeah. Yeah, they do have that. In fact, I was on the Bright Line last week. I drove by that liquor store. It's right there by the tracks. If you are heading into Fort Lauderdale on the Bright Line, you can see it says Fort Lickerdale. It's a liquor store.
No way.
Yeah.
That is. You would hope somebody would use that shit.
It's amazing.
Fort Lickerdale. Come on, I got to use it.
Yeah, it's right there. In fact, that area right there is really good. You got really cool. You got Fort Lickerdale there, and you got a brewery called Invasive Species, which is really good. To check out if you haven't done that. And then I just saw in that same neighborhood, they're going to be opening up Dream State Brewing. The grand opening is this weekend.
Ooh.
So you're going to have all three of those nice little drinking locales.
That's just your speed.
It
a
is.
new watering hole.
Yeah, I know. I told the queen, I said, we got to get down there. It's been a while since I've been to Invasive Species. So we got to go check it out. And they're also opening up Garden District Tap Room. The grand opening is this weekend. It's just like Opportunities in Delray, where you have a bracelet, you go up, you swipe it in front of a beer or wine machine, and you pour your own. It's a lot of fun.
Ooh, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
You let Invasive Species know that if they're looking for a mascot,
Right.
we can sign one Lydia the Lizard.
That'd be great.
And merch would fly.
I agree. Lydia, I would say that the poll numbers for Lydia would be positive.
Let's pimp this lizard.
My question about, and maybe you guys would know this, because we all have these kind of lizards in our backyard. Lydia tends to do this thing with her ass, almost kind of like
Twerking?
Yes, she kind of.
Really? Okay.
She does this thing where she
Lydia
shakes.
No wonder she's getting the
lizard?
business.
Yes, she shakes her ass, and I do believe that she was getting.
She shakes her ass, but does she watch herself?
I can't tell. I don't know. I don't know yet. I just know that it's kind of a primal lizard. Are all lizards just wanting to fuck?
Hey, they got to keep the species going, man.
I think you're right. I think they want to eat, they want to fuck, and then they just sunbathe.
She knows her audience. She is performing for the bird.
I'm trying to get her to hump in the video, but I can't catch it on film. I just can't.
Keep doing the work,
My
Pumpkin.
neighbors think I'm fucking insane. I've been crawling around my yard trying to get a lizard video.
They're like, he's on mushrooms.
I swear. I would say I was sober, but I was not on mushrooms. Although it did look like that was a shroom.
Yeah.
You look like you're on LSD.
Definitely.
We wanted to bring Christy and Clint in. They won a DJ auction for the St. Clair Catholic School, and we love doing that, where you can do a guest DJ thing, come and hang out during the show, and they did it right, because this is how it should be done. They came in with a bar cart, and are ready for some cocktails. In
I
fact,
love it.
Every time I look over, I love Clint because he was making another cocktail. I'm like, that's the way to do it, baby.
He's
He
a
came in.
legend.
Yeah,
I
keep
love
fucking
it.
around.
I love when people are watching. It's an event. It kind of makes you dial it even in harder, right?
Yeah, you were there. Okay. Yeah, it helps the bird perform.
They brought a whole mobile bar, Kev. So, I mean, what do you want? Clint can hook you up.
I want this guest 4 mic to work. That's what I want right now.
Okay.
So that's.
I thought
I'm trying to get to work here for Christy, but yeah, it's not.
Oh,
what's
that
going
mic
on.
doesn't work.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. Why is that not?
It's
taking
playing some
Dennys?
weird audio.
Yeah, and it's not. I'm doing it right?
We'll edit all this out, Clint.
No, we won't.
We actually will not.
Go figure. The equipment's not working right. It's not me.
KVJ, it's free.
You know, Kevin, when the equipment fails you, have a drink.
Yeah, I think maybe I will.
Clint,
Yeah, I should. I can do it now. Look at what do you got over there, Clint?
I have Florida Cognac.
Oh, that's not working either. Okay,
Daniels.
there we go.
Wait, there we go.
Tequila and Kettle One.
Oh my gosh! So you
Wow.
got Jack Daniels, vodkas. I'm a vodka tequila guy.
Okay.
I know.
Oh, that's
We need, to
beautiful.
get you, we need to get you some Atoll vodka, who sponsors our podcast. It's really good.
Oh, it's fantastic. I'd do any of that stuff. Yeah, the thing that was great was, for this live show we're doing, we're going to be having our own signature cocktail. And so last week I had gone out and I looked up a couple different recipes. And so I got a whole bunch of fixins. There are 3 really good tequila. You can do a lot of good stuff with tequila. There's one that you can do with ginger beer, one with club soda, which is what mine's going to be. It's light and awesome. And then another one, they have a sugar-free margarita mix too.
Oh.
So I've been doing a lot of tequila this last
Yeah,
week.
yours will be with Costa Tequila. Mine will be with Atoll Vodka. What's yours, Jay Bird? Are you doing this one here?
It's the bird bomb without the coffee this time.
Yeah, okay.
Is it with the deer drop?
It's with some stuff that
Okay.
I can't remember. I wrote it down.
Yeah.
So I've actually had a lot of tequila, club soda, and lime, which is your cocktail.
Yeah.
And it's like a margarita light. It's
Right.
really good, man. I drink that sometimes. I don't drink a lot of tequila, but when I do, that's how I drink it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it really is. It's pretty amazing. In fact, that's what the Queen's been drinking. So that's why we call it the Mexican Queen. That's like her new favorite drink. It really is. It really is awesome. And then if you're trying to watch putting fat on your body, it's one of the best ways to go.
Tequila brings out the horny werewolf in me. Can
Yeah.
I get an amen?
Can he get a tequila?
Yes.
Yeah.
Clint, you're sitting a little close to him. You're in the danger zone.
Don't drop anything.
Once in a while, when we drink tequila, she'll ask me some fucked up questions. I'm like, I can't answer that.
Well, let's get her some tequila going here. Let's get her some tequila going.
Don't worry, I
Yeah.
asked fucked up questions on tequila too.
Yeah, you got him. So what are we going to whoop up here, Clint? I'll do a cocktail with you. I hate for you to drink alone. So.
No, I've been
now-
drinking with him all morning.
Now
Don't
that
worry.
now that I got a green light. What were you drinking, Virginia?
I have a little tequila sunrise he made for me with a splash of soda.
How do you? What is that? Just orange juice? Is that what makes it the sunrise?
Yeah, normally you'd put a little grenadine in there, but it's
Yeah.
fine without it. I prefer it without it because it's the extra sugar I don't want.
Can we get a little taste of you singing Tequila Sunrise by Eagles?
It's another tequila sunrise.
Okay.
I don't know the words to that son of a bitch.
Not bad, though. I was feeling it.
Oh, he's getting more ice. Oh, all of our
how do you
ice
get more
melted.
ice? You know what? The only thing is, I don't think I would eat any ice in this building. That's
Don't.
not to-
Yeah.
DJ Ice.
The refrigerator smells like a baboon's asshole.
Yeah.
I'm not even
It was
kidding
actually
you.
a punishment. The ice here is so gross. We did that for a punishment one time where you had to eat the ice, and it was freaking disgusting.
It was awful.
Well, it tasted. You ever have some? It just it's not right. You're just tasting germs and
You're like, oh,
bacteria.
I
And
feel like it's got fingerprints on this ice.
It does. It has salespeople fingerprints on that ice.
I was fully expecting to get full blown sick and have sores on my mouth and just all kinds of shit.
It was
So-
gross.
You're scaring Clint. He left.
Oh, wait, it was-
Scaring me because I'm actually using the ice.
From the sales department.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Oh, no.
Denny's
I
let
had
y'all
no
get the
idea.
DJ Ice.
Well, if we told you honestly how gross it really was, you would not sleep tonight. Okay.
So you drink piss warm drinks?
It's tough. I know. I'm right there with you. I typically
I really don't.
typically don't. What do we got here, Clint? Would you whoop up? What is this? This is tequila. Is it the?
Soda and orange juice.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, I love this.
I would recommend ice.
Hot.
It's still good.
It's still good. It's still
It's
good.
still good. Honestly,
It's Friday.
I get it. It would be better chilled. I'm imagining that it is in my mind.
I apologize. I got a heavy hand. I didn't mean to make it.
I love heavy hands. That's the only way to pour a drink. Yeah, I'm the same way. Gosh,
I've
I
had
pour
to be
heavy
really
drinks.
reserved this morning. It's early for us.
I've got ice. I have some ice in my tumbler I've been drinking out of. Do you want?
Man out, please.
Oh, I do have some. I have some ice too. Here, you can fish your hand in there and get it.
Okay.
It's totally clean.
Yeah, I'm okay with
It's
it.
clean ice.
You're fun.
You know my friend
I have clean ice, bitch. Don't you even.
Backwash Wanda.
I don't back.
What?
I haven't been drinking that because I've been drinking the tequila that Clint
I
made
appreciate
me.
that. I took it. That's good.
There we go.
I'm
All
dropping
right.
a few degrees.
Back in business.
Okay, look at
All right,
that.
here we go. Cheers,
Cheers.
everybody. It's Friday weekend. Thank you. Yep. All right.
Here's to you guys. Thank you.
So happy you guys came
This is so
in.
neat. This is so neat for me. I've never watched you guys. I've only
Yeah.
listened, and it's
What,
pretty
so
badass.
what did you think? I always like to hear, after meeting somebody that's on the radio and you haven't seen them, or just being in the environment. Is there anything you're like, oh wow, that's kind of cool?
So my schedule's not conducive to listening to the radio very often. So
Mm-hmm.
I've only recently started listening to the After the Show podcast in the last 6 months.
Mm.
And first hearing you guys drop the F-bombs is pretty badass. It's still hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm still in the honeymoon phase of listening to the After the
Love
Show.
that.
It's
Okay.
fucking awesome.
Clint.
And what I can
right.
tell right now from watching you guys from here versus probably on screen is, on screen you can't see all of y'all's faces at the same time. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
fucking neat seeing you guys interact. You guys have the chemistry that's amazing, but seeing it live is really cool. It's
Yeah.
a really cool
very kind of
experience.
For somebody
Yeah.
that doesn't
Thank you
get-
guys for having us. We really
Of
appreciate
course.
it.
Thank you for coming.
cool.
And thank you for your donation to St. Clair.
Well, it's your donation, really.
I
Thank you.
love it.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I appreciate this drink. You are a good little bartender, man.
Look at it. He's got a fucking traveling.
It's called the Cocktail Gator.
Yes.
I gotta
It's a
look at it.
whole
Yeah, where
setup.
did you get this? This is pretty freaking amazing because
My brother and sister-in-law got it for me for my birthday or Christmas one year because we have a golf cart, and that's in the
yeah.
neighborhood.
That is
that's
That's
awesome.
the ticket.
I love that.
That's cool.
That's one of the coolest things. I'm so envious. I got some. Those people that live in those neighborhoods. Oh, you got,
yeah.
okay. So the top of we
Cups
gotta
are in
get
the
that. Can we get
top.
that on camera? Because I want to show that off. Because that is really badass. Yeah.
Don't
if you
touch
can, if you can kind of just get in front of where your microphone is there, Clint. And then just show how it's got. So it looks like there's separators. So when you got those big bottles, they're not clanking, and that's the problem I always have. Because I'll put a bunch of bottles in a bag, and they're clink, clink, clink the whole time, and it's just yeah.
I'll be going into church. It'll be clanking.
So if you open it up here, you
You
get
don't
your,
nobody believes you're going to church.
going there
you
to
got
steal the
your
wine.
cups in here if your neighbors need a drink as you're on your golf cart. You
Oh,
just
yeah.
whip a cup out. You got a cup.
Gosh,
And then,
that's awesome.
You can see how great it is. I have a full
Those
Yeah.
are
Kettle One
big
Jack
bottles.
Daniels.
Are those kind of like
Those are
that's the way to do it.
man
Now, are those
size.
the plastic versions of all those? Are they
No,
glass? Those
it's
are glass.
glass,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I didn't know how they did it. Yeah.
People in the chat room love your the alcohol bag.
No, the cocktail gator. That's freaking phenomenal, man.
Cocktail Gator. All right.
Yeah, I might have to look into that because that's like everything you want and need. We're always.
And it comes with the Tupperware for your ice that we've.
Oh
Yeah, we drank
okay.
all the ice. Yeah.
There's even a place to put your weed in there.
I've been busy over there.
That thing is freaking awesome, man. That's very cool. Very good. So, what city do you guys live in? If you're St. Clair's, you're around you.
Palm Beach Gardens. We live out west in Calusa.
Oh, okay.
I know that place very
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
They know my friends that live out there. They're all neighbors. Calusa is a very close knit community.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a good place to get rid of a body too, if you need to.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I've heard.
So you've heard, huh?
They have 5 acres and they don't think it's a lot. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a lot.
Oh, they're talking about their neighbors. Their neighbors got pet zebras, all kind of cool shit.
Oh, really? Wasn't there a story not too long ago? Yeah, that's right. Remember the zebra attacked that dude, He had his own personal little farm about the zebra ripped his arm off.
Sometimes zebras are not the kindest.
No.
They're beautiful to look at, but they're pissed.
They're wild animals.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're not
I love when
sweet.
people are shocked. Like, I can't believe the zebra almost ripped my arm off. I'd be like, motherfucker, it's a wild animal.
It's used to fucking with lions.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
You keep in your garage.
If you fuck with lions, you hardcore.
You're hardcore. You can't fuck with a zebra. Hey, that's how you get your stripes.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
He loved your joke.
I love this guy. I love anyone that laughs at my shit.
Yep. No comedy. Well, it's great stuff. Thank you guys for coming in. Appreciate it. I'm glad you guys are onto the ATS now. And personal invite. We've got a live ATS we're going to be doing. So we'll bring you down and then mix some cocktails for us.
I would love to come.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna be pissed off if 95% of the chat room's not there.
Okay.
Gonna make the bird shit list.
Okay.
Better see you there.
All right. That's what he says. Don't do it. Monday, you'll get all the details about that show, where it is, and how you get in. Y'all have a great weekend. Cheers again, everybody.
Cheers.
Have an amazing
Cheers.
weekend. We'll see you back here Monday on the KVJ show. Goodbye.